Hello, and welcome to Insurance Fraud Files. Today's case takes us to a small nail salon in the United States and to a fire that was supposed to solve financial problems overnight. Instead, it exposed one of the clearest examples of economically motivated arson in recent years. This is the Arson Nail Salon Case involving business owner Dao Duong. The fire broke out late at night. A nail salon closed to customers, suddenly filled with smoke and flames. On the surface, it looked like a tragic accident, an electrical fault, maybe a random incident that destroyed a small business already struggling to survive. The owner reported heavy losses and filed an insurance claim shortly after. But from the very beginning, something didn't align with how accidental fires usually behave. The most important detail came early. The building's sprinkler system activated almost immediately. The fire was suppressed quickly. Damage was limited. There was smoke, water impact, and localized burning. But not the kind of destruction you'd expect from an uncontrolled blaze. From an insurance perspective, this is where the story starts to fracture. Economically motivated arson often follows a specific logic. The goal isn't to completely destroy the property. The goal is to trigger a payout that exceeds the real market value of the damaged assets, while minimizing personal risk. In this case, the sprinkler system did exactly what it was designed to do, and in doing so, it preserved critical evidence. Investigators began with the financial background. The salon was underperforming, revenue was declining, expenses were rising. There were indicators of financial stress that existed long before the fire. That context matters because fires don't exist in isolation. They exist within economic reality. Then came the fire scene analysis. Experts found multiple ignition points inconsistent with an accidental origin. There was no single source that explained how the fire spread. Instead, the burn patterns suggested deliberate placement. Materials that accelerate combustion were detected in areas where they shouldn't have been present at all. The sprinkler system, ironically, became the key witness. Because the fire was stopped early, the damage patterns remained sharp and readable. The heat exposure was uneven. Certain zones showed rapid ignition without transitional burn marks. That's not how accidental fires behave. That's how planned fires fail. Surveillance data and timeline reconstruction deepened the problem for the claim. The owner's movements before the fire didn't match her statements. Access to the premises was inconsistent with the narrative she provided. When investigators overlaid physical evidence with behavioral analysis, the story collapsed. According to reporting by Times Union, insurers ultimately denied the claim, and the investigation concluded that the fire was intentionally set by the owner herself. The attempt to convert a struggling business into an insurance payout didn't survive professional scrutiny. This case highlights an uncomfortable truth about arson fraud. It is rarely impulsive. It is calculated. It's driven by financial pressure, not emotion. And it almost always leaves behind patterns that trained experts recognize immediately, especially when suppression systems preserve the scene. The Arson Nail Salon case is a textbook example of when a fire is not a disaster, but a business decision gone wrong. Economically motivated fires follow logic, not chaos, and logic can be dismantled by evidence. At Insurance Fraud Files, we show how investigators read fires, finances, and human behavior as one connected system. Because fraud doesn't fail due to bad luck. It fails because reality is consistent and lies are not. If you are faced with a suspicious claim, incomprehensible losses, or a case that is not supported by facts, Insurance Fraud Files is the place where expertise meets reality. If you need a professional investigation, loss assessment, or expert support in a complex case, do not rely on assumptions. Thank you for watching Insurance Fraud Files. See you in the next video.